Good afternoon, dear students. Today we will discuss about the chapter Force and Laws of Motion of class 9. Okay. Now, in the last chapter, we have studied about what the motion of an object along a straight line in terms of what position, velocity, and what acceleration. And we also studied about the motion in uniform motion and non-uniform what motion. Okay. Now, force and what laws of what motion. Force and laws of what motion. Okay. Now, what is force? Force is nothing but a push or what pull. Let us consider a body. A force has been applied here. A force is applied in order to move this what object. Okay. Now, if an object is moving, in order to stop this object, we have to apply the force in the opposite direction. The ball moves in the forward direction. In order to stop this ball, we apply the force in the opposite direction of it. Okay. Now, force is nothing but a push or a what pull. So what we can say, by applying what force, we can change the velocity of the object, or we can change the direction of the what object. Okay. Or we can see what will happen if we compressed. If I take a balloon, we can compress it. We can change the shape of the object or the size of the what object with the help of what force. Okay. This is about what force. Force is nothing but a push or a pull. Now we discuss about what balanced force and what unbalanced. Balanced force and unbalanced force. So in the chapter what laws of motion we have discussed till now, the force is the reason for which a body comes into what motion, or we can convert the state of rest to what motion by applying what force. Okay. Now, what is balanced force and unbalanced force? Let us take an object placed here. Okay. If a force Fa is applied, if a force F is applied in this direction, another force is applied, same force is applied in the opposite direction. Okay. Then what is the net force we are getting? The net force equal to this force. If I take as positive, it is opposite to it, then it is what negative. Okay. This force, if I take in this direction as positive, then in this direction it will be negative. So F minus F equal to what? 0. The net force is equal to 0. What is the meaning of it? The net force is equal to what? 0. Means there is no change in the state. Okay. If it remains in the rest, it will remain in the state of what? Rest. Okay. Now, if I take an unbalanced force, okay, let us consider this is a body. Okay. Now, a force F and a small force F is applied. Here, capital F is greater than what? Small f. This force capital F is greater than the what? Greater than the what? Small f. Okay. Then the net force we are getting, net force equal to what? Capital F minus what? Small f, which is not equal to how much? 0. Means what? Then the body moves along the direction of the what? The force capital F. The body moves along the direction of capital F. Okay. This is nothing but what? Unbalanced what? Force. Okay. In case of balanced force, what we say? The net force is equal to 0. In case of what? Unbalanced force, the net force is not equal to what? 0. Okay. It will start what? There will be change in what? velocity of the object, and it will start what? Accelerating. Okay. Now we will study the three important laws. The laws, that is the Newton's law of what? Gravitation. The Newton's law of what? Motion. Okay. We will discuss about the what? Newton's three laws. Okay. That is what? Then we will study first of all the first law of what? Motion. According to the first law of motion, an object remains in the state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change the state by an applied what? Force. Now a object in what? In the state of what? Rest. See here, this is an object at the state of what? At what? Rest. In order to move this ball, we have to apply a what? Force on it. In order to what? Come into what? Motion. In order to bring it into motion, we have to apply the what? Force on it. In order to what? In order to what? In order to move this ball, we have to apply the what? Force on it in order to get into what? Motion. So at first it was at rest. To change into the state of motion, we have to apply the what? Force on it. Okay. Now this is a, let us consider this is a body which moves with a velocity what? V. Okay. The body is moving. This is the body which is what? Moving. Okay. Moving. Now in order to bring at the state of what? Rest, we have to apply a force opposite to it. We have to apply a force opposite to it. Okay. As a result, what we will get? It will come to the state of what? Rest. It will come to the state of what? Rest. Okay. It will come to the state of rest when this applied force. This is the force with which the body is moving. If I apply the force opposite to it, it comes to what? Rest. Okay. To change the state of at first this object was at motion. Now in order to bring at the state of rest, we have to apply the what? Force. Okay. We have to apply the force. Now the first law of motion is also called the law of what? Inertia. Now first law of motion is called what? The law of what? Inertia. Then what is inertia? All bodies, all objects resist a change in the state of what? Motion. The tendency of undisturbed object to stay at rest or to keep moving with the same what? Velocity is called what? Inertia. Now every object, once if an object in the state of rest, it tends to remain in the state of what? Rest only. Or an object is in motion, it will tends to remain in the state of what? Motion. Okay. This property is called what? Inertia. Okay. Now let us consider. Okay. The inertia of motion, okay, can be divided into three parts. Inertia of what? Inertia of rest, inertia of what? Motion, inertia of motion, and inertia of what? Direction. What? Inertia of what? Inertia of rest, then inertia of what? Of motion, and then inertia of what? Of what? Direction. Okay. Now the inertia of rest, let us consider this is a bus. This is a person. This is a person. Okay. At first the body, as the bus is also in the state of rest. Let us consider this is a bus. The body is at the state of what? The bus, and the person sitting on the what? The standing on the what? Bus remains what? At rest. Okay. when the bus starts moving, then the lower part of the body comes into what? Motion. Okay, the lower part of the body comes to motion, the upper part of the body in the state, it remains in the state of what? Rest. So it will experience a what? Backward what? Jerk. Okay, it will experience a backward jerk because of the inertia of what? Rest. Okay, now inertia of motion. Okay, the bus, let us consider the bus is moving. Okay, the whole body of the what? Passenger, of the whole body of this person also in the state of what? Motion. Now when the brakes is applied, means it, when the brake is applied, the lower part, when the brake is applied in this direction, it tends to remain in the state of what? Motion. Okay, the lower part of the body comes to what? Rest, and the upper part remains in the state of what? Motion. So it will experience a backward what? Force. It will experience a what? Forward force. Okay. Now inertia of what? Direction. Okay, let us consider this is a car, the direction is in this direction. Okay, when it is taking a sharp path, okay, here is the passenger, driver. Okay, let us consider this is a driver. When it moves taking a sharp path, sharp curve, okay, then what will happen? The tendency of the body is in this, the vehicle moves in this direction, but the tendency of this driver is going what? It moves outward direction. Okay, now if I see the resultant of it, it will remains in the, it tends to remain in the direction of the what? The initial direction of the object. Okay, now this is about inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and then inertia of what? Direction. Okay. Now in the inertia of rest, what we have discussed, the object, the bus as well as the passenger was at what? Rest. When it starts moving, the lower part comes into motion, the upper part is at rest. So it experiences a backward what? Jerk. Okay. Now here the bus what? Moves in the what? Forward direction, and the whole body in the state of what? Motion. When the lower part, when a brakes has been applied, it experiences a backward. When brakes has been applied, it comes to the state of rest. So due to the what? Motion, it will move in the what? Forward. It experiences a forward what? Jerk. Okay. In the inertia of direction, when the vehicle what? Moves, when this vehicle moves, the driver, its particular direction is in this direction. When it moves in the sharp path, curved path or a sharp curve, then the driver experiences a what? The driver moves in this direction. Okay, it moves out. Okay, it experiences a jerk in this direction because it tends to remain at the what? Initial what? Direction. Okay. Now so we can see that when a motor car makes a sharp turn at a high speed, we tends to get through to one side. Okay, this can again be explained on the basis of the law of what? Inertia, that is inertia of what? Direction. Okay. So first law states about the inertia of the what? Object. Okay. Now what is inertia? Inertia. So now we will study about the inertia. There is a resistance offered by the object to change its state of what? Motion. If it is at rest, it tends to remain in the state of rest. If it is in motion, it will tends to remain in the state of what? Motion. This property is called what? Inertia. Okay. Now, so this is about what? Inertia. Now we will discuss about what? This is inertia and what? Motion. Okay. Inertia and what? Mass. Okay. Mass of an object is the inertia, is the measure of what? Inertia. One whose mass is more, then its inertia would be what? More. One whose mass is less, then inertia would be what? Less. Okay. Then what you can say? Inertia is directly proportional to what? Mass. Inertia is directly proportional to what? Mass. One whose mass is more, then inertia of this object, inertia, if the mass is small, then the inertia would be what? Here inertia, if I consider 1, it is 2, then inertia 1 is greater than what? 2. Because here the inertia is more. Here the mass is, this is mass m1, this mass is what? m2. Okay. m1 is greater than what? m2. So his mass is more, then this mass, this one mass is more, and this one mass is what? Less in compared to this one. Here the inertia of this object will be more, inertia of this object will be what? Less. Okay. Now, inertia is the natural tendency of an object to resist a change in its state of motion or of what? Rest. The mass of a body, mass of an object is a measure of what? Inertia. Okay. So what you can say? One whose mass is more, then inertia will be what? More. One whose mass is less, inertia would be what? Less. Okay. Now we will study about what? Momentum. Momentum is denoted by what? P. Okay. What is momentum? The amount of motion contained in a what? Body. The amount of what? Motion contained in a what? Body. Okay. Now, what is the momentum? Momentum is nothing but mass into what? Velocity. Mass into what? Velocity. What is the unit of mass? Then P equal to mass is m. If I consider velocity as what? V. Here mass is denoted by what? M. Velocity is denoted by what? V. Okay. It is denoted by what? V. Okay. Now, see here, the unit of mass, unit of what? Momentum is, now unit of mass is what? Kg. The unit of velocity is what? Meter per second. Okay. The unit of velocity is what? Meter per second. So what is the unit of momentum is kg meter per second. Okay. Kg meter what? Per second. Okay. Now we will discuss about the graph. Okay. Now if we discuss about the graph, what we have discussed, momentum equal to mass into what? Velocity. Momentum equal to mass into what? Its velocity. Okay. Now means when a body of mass m moves with a velocity b, then the momentum equal to mass into what? Velocity. Okay. Now we draw graph. Now if I take velocity and mass, okay, p equal to what? Constant. When momentum is constant, then mass is inversely proportional to what? Velocity. Mass is inversely proportional to what? Velocity. Means what? Okay. The mass is inversely proportional to what? Velocity. Okay. Now how it came into existence, or let us consider. Okay. If p equal to, let us take 1 unit, then mb equal to 1 implies m equal to 1 by what? V. Okay. If I plot the graph, if I take mass and then what? Velocity. If v equal to 1, then it becomes 1. If v equal to half, then it becomes what? 2. If v equal to 1 by 5, it becomes what? 5. Yes or no? If I put the value here, see, so what we are getting? M equal to 1 by V. If I put 1 by 5 V velocity, then it becomes 5 by 1, that is equal to what? 5. If I draw the graph here, so 1, 2, 3, if I take mass in this direction, mass M in this direction, okay, and velocity, then what is the value? 1, 2 and how much? 1, 2 and what? 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let us take this one as 1. This is 0.5, half means 0.5, this is 0.25, this one is equal to what? 0.2. Okay, now when the value is 1, we are getting 1. So 1, then 2 and half, 2 and half. We are getting this point, then 5, 0.5. Then this is the point we are getting. If I join this all these points, what we are getting? It is nothing but a what? Curve. Okay, this is nothing but when P equal to what? Constant. Now, okay, if I take P equal to 1, then MB equal to 1, M equal to 1 by what? V. Then I have put the value according to my wish and I have plotted this what? Graph. Clear? Now, what happens? When mass is constant, okay? Number 2, when mass is what? Constant. When mass is what? Constant. Okay? When mass is constant, P equal to M into V. Now, let M equal to what? Let M equal to what? 1. Okay? Now, so what we are getting? P equal to V. Now, if I draw a graph, momentum and velocity, if it is 1, 2, 3, if V equal to what? 1, P equal to what? 1, V equal to 2, this one equal to 3. Now, if I plot the graph along this one, if it is P, this one is velocity, V, this is 0, then what we are getting? 1, 2, 3. This one is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now 1, 1. 2, 2. 3, 3. This is nothing but a straight line. Okay. Then what? When mass remains what? Mass is what? Constant. When mass is taken as what? Constant, we are getting this one. Okay. Clear? Here let M equal to, I have taken 1, the P equal to what? V. Then I have taken the values of V, then we are getting the value of P. Okay. Then we have plotted the graph. P is nothing but momentum in this direction and velocity in this what? Direction. This is nothing but a straight line which passes to the what? Origin. Okay. Similarly, if I take velocity, velocity as constant, then let velocity V equal to what? 1, then P equal to what? M into 1, that is equal to what? P equal to what? M. If I plot the graph, what will say? This is P, this one is M. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. We are getting, if I plot this graph along this one, here is mass, this one is what? Momentum. It will be nothing but a straight line, 1 1, then 2 2, 3 3. Okay, this will be a straight line. Okay, clear? Now what you can say, so this is nothing but a straight line which passes to the what? Origin. These are the three graphs which we have, what we have taken at first. Momentum is constant, we have taken, then we have taken what? Mass is constant, and then we have drawn the graph. Then the last one, that is what taken? Velocity is constant, we have drawn the what? Graph. Okay. Now what is momentum? We have discussed. Momentum is nothing but the amount of motion contained in a what? Body. Okay. And then what we have discussed, the momentum is nothing but a what? Vector quantity, and its unit is what? Kg meter per second. Okay. Now we will study about the second law of what? Motion. The second, we will study about what? Second law of motion. According to the second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum of an object is proportional to the applied unbalanced force in the direction of what? Force. Okay. Now what is Newton's second law of motion? Newton's second law of motion states this: the rate of change of momentum of an object is directly proportional to the applied unbalanced force in the direction of what? Motion. Okay. Now here, according to second law of what? Motion. Now derivation of what? Second law of what? Motion. Mathematical what? Formulations of what? Second law of motion. Now according to second law of motion, means what you have to prove? F is directly proportional to the what? Rate of change in what? In what? Momentum. Rate of change in what? Momentum. What is second law? States that F force is directly proportional to the rate of change in what? Momentum, and change takes place in the direction of what? Motion. Okay. Now let us consider an object of mass what? M, moving with a velocity what? U. After a certain interval of time t, the mass, this body attains a velocity v after a time what? T. After a time what? T, it attains a velocity v when a force F is applied on it. Okay. Now what is the change in momentum? Change in momentum. What is the change in momentum? This is what? This is initial velocity u. This v is your what? Final velocity. Now what is the momentum? Mass into what? Velocity. Here minus mass into what? Velocity. That is what here? U. Okay. Now rate of change in momentum equal to what? mv minus mu by what? T. That is equal to what you can write? mv minus u by what? T. Okay. Now according to second law of what? Motion. According to second law of motion, F is directly proportional to what? M into V minus U by T. Now if I remove this one proportionality symbol, we have to put a constant, that is what? K into M into V minus U by what? T. This is nothing but a K, which is known as what? Proportionality what? Constant of what? Of proportionality. Constant of what? Proportionality. Okay. Now F is equal to M. F is equal to what? K into M into V minus U by what? T. Now we know What do we know? A equal to how much? V minus U by T. Then what we are getting? F equal to K into M. In place of V minus U by T, what you can put? Here A. A is nothing but what? Acceleration. Here A is what? Acceleration of the what? Object. A is nothing but what? Acceleration of the what? Object. Now, in SI system, K is equal to what? SI system of unit. So it was experimentally found that K equal to what? 1. Then what we are getting? F is equal to what? M into what? A. So what is the Newton's, according to the Newton's second law of motion, what you can say? Force applied, force is nothing but mass into what? Acceleration of the what? Object. Okay. This is about F is equal to ma. The proof of what? F is equal to what? Ma. Now what is the unit of what? Force. Now what is the unit of force? Now unit of what? Force. Now we know F is equal to m into A. So what is the unit of mass? The unit of mass is what? Kg. And what is the unit of velocity? Unit of acceleration is what? Meter per second square. So kg meter per second square we also write as what? Newton. We also write as Newton. That is denoted by what? N. Okay. Now what is 1 Newton? What is 1 Newton? Now if I take a body of mass 1 kg and acceleration is equal to 1 meter per second square, then what is the value of force? We are getting mass is equal to 1 kg and acceleration equal to 1. 1 into 1 is equal to 1. That is equal to what? 1 Newton. Means let us take, this is an object of mass 1 kg. It moves with an acceleration of what? 1 meter per second square. Then the force applied is equal to what? 1 what? Newton. Clear? So now till now we have studied about what? First law of motion, then what? Second law of what? Motion. Okay. Till now we have studied about what? First law of motion and then what? Second law of motion. Okay. Now example of second law of motion. Okay. Now when let us consider a ball is moving. Let us give me an example of it. Okay. Now when a ball is moving in the downward direction, a player want to what? Catch the ball. Okay. Okay. Now what happens when the player wants to catch this ball in his hand? So he moves the what? He takes the ball in the back. He moves the hand in the what? In the backward direction. Yes or no? Let us consider this one. When it moves, we takes it in this one direction. What will happen to the system? When this hand moves up to this much. Okay. Now it takes certain interval of time. Then what is force? F is equal to m into what? V minus u by what? T. When it catches the ball, here there is certain velocity, that is v. At that time when it catches the ball, the velocity becomes what? 0. Then the impact takes a certain interval of time, what? T. When from here to here it takes a less amount of, if the time taken is more, then what? The force experience would be what? Less. Okay. The force experience is what? Less. Now, if a person takes the ball and this one, what will happen? What will happen to the system? As a result, the ball comes as a result. If he keeps the hand in this position, then what? The ball will jump from this one. What is the reason? Because a large force is acting at this position. Okay, as a result, if it moves a small distance, okay, then force equal to m into what? V minus u by t. Here time is less, then force exerted will be what? More. When force exerted is more, then what? It may hurt the what? The fingers of the what? It may hurt the fingers of the what? The player. Okay. Now we will discuss about what? We will discuss about what? Discuss about the third law of motion. Third law of motion states that every action has equal and opposite what? Reaction. Every action has equal and opposite what? Reaction. Let us take this one. Let us take two spring balance. This is a spring balance. Now a force has been applied. Here this end, let us consider A, this one is what? B. Now this end is attached to a fixed support. Okay. Now when I pull this one, okay, when I do a action, here action is done. As a result, when I pull it in this forward direction, then I am getting the reading in the what? This in the spring balance, I am getting the what? Reading. Okay. In the what is the force applied on it. Okay. Now as a result of it, here we will get the same reading in the spring what? If I consider this is spring P, this one is what? Q. When it is pulled, we are getting the amount of force applied here. As a result, we will see that there will be a certain force which acts in the opposite direction, and this amount of force will be here. The amount of force in this case will be equal to the what? Will be equal to the in the spring balance, that is what? P. Means the reading at the reading of the spring balance will at the Q will be equal to the reading of the spring balance at the what? P. Now this is here we are getting the action, and here we are getting the what? Reaction. Okay. Here we are getting the action, and here we are getting the what? Reaction. Okay. Now let us take a what? Let us take a gun. Okay. This is the size of the bullet. This is the size of the what? Bullet. Okay. Now say m equal to mass of the what? Bullet. Okay. And capital M equal to mass of the what? Mass of the what? Gun. Okay. Now the bullet moves in the forward direction. When the bullet moves outward, when it is fired, the bullet moves in the forward direction. As the mass is less, the acceleration would be more. Then what? The change of velocity would be what? More. Okay. Now when the bullet moves upward, the gun moves in the what? It gives a jerk. That is, it moves in the what? A force has been applied in the what? Backward direction. Okay. If the F is the forward force, then backward force is equal to F2. Okay. Now we see that F1 equal to what? F2. Then here M1 into A1 equal to M2 into A2. Here the mass of the bullet, here capital M, this is what? we know every action has equal and opposite reaction. Here the mass of the bullet is what? Less. The acceleration would be what? More. Here the mass of the bullet is what? Mass of the gun is more, and the acceleration of the bullet is what? Back. Is what? Less. Okay. Then what you can conclude that this it moves in the backward direction. Every action has equal and opposite what? Reaction. Okay. This is about what? About what? The Newton's third law of what? Motion. Okay. Now we will study about the conservation of what? Momentum. Conservation of what? Momentum. Conservation of what? Momentum. Okay. Now, conservation of what? Momentum. Let us consider two balls. Okay. Let us consider two balls A and B of masses m1, MA and MB respectively. Okay. They moves along a straight line in the same direction. Okay, with a velocity UA and UB what respectively, with initial velocity UA and UB respectively. As there is no external unbalanced force acting on them. Okay, now let us consider. Okay, let us consider this is a mass MA and this is a mass what? MB. Okay, with a velocity UA, this is moving with a velocity U what? B. Initial velocity of the A, initial velocity of the body what? B. Okay. Now after collision between what? A and what? B. Okay. The FAB will be the force on A exerted on what? B, and FBA will be the force on B exerted on A. Okay. This is nothing but during what? Collision. Now after collision, it moves with a velocity what? M. It moves with a velocity VA, and this body M, this body is velocity moves with a velocity VB. Okay. Now here what we say, now when this mass is MA is moving with a velocity UA, MB velocity, initial velocity what? UB. Now when this body will strike this one, when UA is greater than what? UB, then only this will strike this body. During this what? Collision, what? During this collision, the collision takes when the force has been applied on one another for a small interval of time t, then the force exerted is equal to FAB in this direction and the force FBA in this opposite direction. Okay. Now after this is what? Before what? Collision. This is what? After what? Collision. After collision, the velocity changes. It moves, the body A moves with the velocity VA and the body B moves with the velocity what? VB. Okay, VV. Now, what is, we know from the second law of motion, FA equal to what? FA, the force on AB equal to rate of change in what? Momentum. What is the momentum of the object A? What is the final momentum? This body's mass is how much? MA. This body's mass what? M what? B. What is the momentum of this object? MA into what? VA minus of, what is the initial momentum? MA minus of what? MA minus MA into what? VA minus of MA into what? U what? A divided by time taken is what? T. Now what is the force on B due to A? Is nothing but rate of change in momentum MB equal to U what? B minus of what? V minus MB into what? U what? V by time taken is what? T. Now we know according to the third law of motion, every action has equal and opposite what reaction. Now this force is acting in this direction from third law of what motion. This force is acting in this direction FAB, and this force is acting just opposite to it. Opposite means minus. Put here minus of what FB. Now if I put the value of this one and this one, m into UA minus of MA into UA divided by T equal to what? Minus of M into MB into U B B minus M into MB minus of what? MB into what? U what? B. Okay. Now here T get cancelled. What we are getting? MA into U, MA into what? VA, VA minus MA into UA equal to minus of MB into VB, minus into minus, that is plus MB into what? U what? V. Now what we are getting here? So MA into VA, if I take in this direction this one, then it becomes plus MA into what? MB into what? VB equal to, if I take this one minus in this direction, it will become plus MA into VA plus what we are getting? MB into what? UB. Okay. This is nothing but what? The final momentum of A. This is the final momentum of what? B. And what you can say, that total momentum before collision, the total after collision, the total momenta is equal to the what? Equal to the what? Initial momenta of the what? Object. So according to this is nothing but law of conservation of what? Momentum. Okay. So this is nothing but what? Law of conservation of momentum. So what is law of conservation of momentum? States that the sum of the momenta, the momenta is nothing but, momenta is the what? Plural form of momentum. Okay. The sum of the momenta of the two objects before collision is equal to the sum of the momenta after collision, provided that there is no external force acting on them. This is known as law of conservation of what? Law of conservation of what? Momentum. Okay. Means what? So what we are getting? This is the what? Final momentum. Final momenta is nothing but, final momenta is equal to what? Initial what? Momentum. Momentum. Okay. When what? No external what? Force. No external force is applied on it. Okay. When no external force is applied on it. Okay. Now what we have studied in this chapter till now? Till now we have studied about what? About what? Force. Then we have studied about balanced and unbalanced what? Force. Okay. Then we have studied about balanced and unbalanced what? Force. Then we have studied about inertia. Then we have discussed about the three laws of motion. In the first law we have discussed about inertia, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. Then we have studied about momentum. Then we have studied about the second law of motion, that is second law of motion, from where we have derived force equal to what? Mass into acceleration. Then in the third law of motion we have discussed about what? That every action has equal amount of what? Reaction. Okay. Then we have discussed about conservation of what? We have discussed about what? Conservation of what? Conservation of what? Momentum. So these are the topics which are in the chapter, that is what? Force and the laws of what? Motion. Okay. thank you for discussing all these topics. Okay.